to break even, to say, okay, that money you will have left props for your savings. But not only that, we only took some of the expenses in one's domestic life in order to actually apply to what we have done previously, in order to get an average of 175 of disposable income. Alright, every times that from 4, we get 700, and we divide that by, no, we don't divide, we take away 309, we take away the amount that we would pay for the loan, that which we had to get the certificate to get to work at the dealership and to get to work at the mechanic shop, in order, of course, to improve our lives and improve the life of our children, to get a job, to have a secure future. Alright, so we have $390 left. Alright, you see what happens now when people put themselves in debt and through these mechanisms of borrowing. What happened is that it reduces their ability to save enough money for a rainy day. So you have to make expensive cuts in other areas of your life that are not so important. So will you think you'd carry your woman out, your wife, your girlfriend out, or your children out to say, Publix, Walmart, to do some good shopping for them, and to and to actually give them a treat? Or let's say you have other things, which say your son's school fee to pay and your daughter's school fee, and let's say the insurance for the car. I don't even mention that, which on a monthly basis, some of the insurance depends on what vehicle you have. Some of it can be up to $100 and something a month. It depends on what coverage you have. If it's full coverage, it may be $100, up to $150, $170, $200, depends on what car you have. For those cheap cars, it may be something like $70, some for $60 and some for $65, some for $50 and some for $45 a month you pay to the insurance company. It depends on what policy you have. Alright, so it would further reduce the $390 that you have to somewhere like $300. Alright, not to mention gas. Alright, which would reduce the $300 now to somewhere like $200, and say for the week gas money would run it to at least $60 or $70. So what you would have left after you take away the $90 for insurance, if you subtract $80 from it for the week to buy gas put in your car, then you'll probably have about $230 left. Alright, so that would not be enough for you to save, and you have to spend on other things of your life to actually make everybody comfortable, make yourself comfortable, so you won't be saving that much. I doubt if you'll be saving $150 when one look at what one get, and if one is not actually keeping close tab on your spending and not using the principle of accounts, where a income statement and a balance sheet is to be used for you to gauge your spending practices and what income you earn. So these are the things which persons today who are going to actually go to college and university, they have to know the banker's rule of 72, so they can apply that for yourselves and know that if the banker is wise enough to create a formula which they use to enrich themselves by lending money, then you should also be wise as to prevent yourself from making them rich or making yourself being robbed, should you prove yourself to be ignorant of this fact, not knowing that you should know what they call the banker's rule of 72, because it helps you to use it to know how much of a slide that you would be in should you take on any debt that an interest rate has been applied to. Okay, so I hope this helps persons today, that they can actually strengthen their financial intelligence, increase their financial quotient, so that you can have a better result in terms of manage your microeconomics on your domestic level. Alright, so that you don't have to caught up in a debt cycle, spin spiral, that is crippling many families today. Let us open Microsoft Excel and let us go look for the application program which we needed to open, which I promised earlier, and I'll show persons if they're interested to learn how you can actually set up this compound interest formula in Microsoft Excel. Alright, let's give it some time to open. As you know, my recording here is running, so there you go, Microsoft Excel. I will also show persons in another video of how to actually understand how car dealerships formulate the mathematical principle behind selling cars, in terms of, when you purchase a car on credit, you're actually buying something on higher purchase, and there's an interest rate that applied to it, and in this way the car dealership makes a killing and the amount of money they collected from you or from persons or customers over the time period that they have left to pay off their loan or their installments for their car. And the same principle applied for any person that purchased any products from anywhere where they purchase it on an higher purchase. As long as you purchase something on higher purchase, an interest rate will be applied, and then given time period to pay it all off. Alright, and that is where the doubling of the money, alright, or doubling of the cost of the product accrued in the interest of the seller, alright, should they be wise in using the principle of the Banker's Rule of 72. Alright, the Banker's Rule of 72 basically put is just a rule which they use the natural algorithm of 100, and they use a number. I think it's an algorithm. They use an algorithm of either 100 or the algorithm of 100 with another number, which is say 2, and they actually work out the algorithm, and the result that they get of the algorithm is 72. Alright, and that is a scientific rule which they use to actually work out the doubling time of money by using the interest rates applied. Alright, so let us get back to our tuition. They charge the mechanic course here for 1 year and 1 month, and the total tuition amount is say $24,750. They are charging me for this their thing. Alright, so let us go up in here and actually do the formula. Let us put that in there and that, and let us put the bracket there, and let us put 1, and let us put the plus sign, shift key, and the plus key, and then we put the point, which is the dot, and then apply the 6% in decimal form, which would be 0.06, and we have the bracket, and then we raise it by pressing the shift key and pressing number 6, which would raise it with the upturn arrow, and then we put the 10 years period, and we raise it by the power of 10. Now we put the equal sign like this, and wait a minute, it might just give me a problem to have to put the equal sign here as well, and I probably don't need it here. I don't probably need it at the end here, so I guess if I hit enter key, it should give me the result. See, I did not put something in. It said Microsoft Excel found an error in the formula you entered. Do you want to accept the correction proposed below? Okay, good. It is because I put the dollar sign here. That is why it gives me. So let us correct it myself. Alright, let us correct it myself. I'll remove the dollar sign. If I click the enter key now, it should give me the results. See, there's the results right here. I don't know if I can maximize this thing a little bit so that persons can see it. Alright, I just hope they can see it. Let me see if I can maximize this thing up in let me see if I can maximize this thing. Alright, there's it right here. Let me see if I can maximize it. Come on. Come on. Alright, I need to go bigger than that. I need to go bigger than that. Right, good. See, this is the amount, and let us put in currency formula. Let us right click and go down to format cells, and come on, you're moving too slow. Alright, let us wait and let it, perhaps my microprocessor has been, used up most of its percentage. Alright, let's choose currency here in the number tab here. Alright, and let's say we want 2 decimal places, alright, which would be signifying for cents, the 10th and the 100th. Alright, so let us click that, and it will apply the dollar sign for us automatically. See, so we end up back with the total amount that we would pay them at the end of 10 years, which equivalent to 120 months. It would be $44,323.48. Alright, so that is how it run in Microsoft Excel, and this is how the formula is set. And I hope persons is interested in learning this, and they can apply it to their daily lives and know how the Banker's Rule of 72 has applied in the doubling power of money. Alright, let us show you, and I'm going to show you something in Google once again, how the Banker's Rule of 72 is applied in a way that the doubling time of money is determined. Alright, let's say it's 10 years. Alright, so let's delete all of that. Let's find 72. Alright, because that's the natural algorithm they use to find the doubling time of money, and let us divide it by the interest rate, which would be 6, and let's click the equal sign, and it gives us 12 years. Okay, so for their money to double at 6% interest rate, the amount would be 24,000. It will take a total amount of 12 years for the money to double. Okay, alright, let us apply the doubling time right now at let's put 12 here. and let us put this to 122 months. Alright, so that would be for that. And wait a minute. Okay, no, sorry, that has to be deleted. This one has to be, because that is for 120 months, which will give you per month payment. Alright, so let us put this equal sign here, and let us see what the doubling would be for 12 years.